Hey, what's up, people? We are back. We are back. We are back. If you're in the room, let us know that you're in the room today. Y'all, I had an amazing birthday. Y'all just have no idea. I had an amazing birthday. I really did. So I'm just excited to be able to come back here today. I'm a full one day of being 57. So, hey, I'm back. Let's see what's happening here. We see you all are slow coming in here. That means our alerts are still doing some wacky stuff, but hey, it is what it is. For those of you who may be listening by audio, thank you again for tuning in. I see you, Paige Dixon. I see you, Cherie. Cherie, did you get your gift, girlfriend? Did you get your gift? Make sure y'all share this as you're coming in as well. But y'all, I did. I had an amazing birthday on yesterday. What's up, Kenny Stanley? I see y'all coming in here now. It takes a minute. Lutricia, good morning. I hope I said that right. You know, I told you I have like 5 of y'all with similar names, so it's no disrespect whatsoever. And thank you for tuning in. I saw your comment yesterday too. Yeah, you're 2 hours away, so I'm just glad that you're doing great, and I'm glad that you're tuning in, hanging out with us. What's up, Marion Jackson? What's up, Mary Owens coming in from LinkedIn? Good morning to you. Y'all, it was an amazing birthday. Let me just start there. It was absolutely an amazing birthday. So I'm a full day of 57. No body aches or anything like that. So all my bones and joints and things are still working. I think my mind is still, I'm probably a tad bit crazy, but that's okay. I see you, Jeffrey Payne. Cherie says, I received my gift. I'm so happy about it, saving it for school supplies for my babies. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Looking at Jeffrey Payne. Jeffrey Payne was pulled for they put YouTube in under audio. So Jeffrey Payne was the first name that was pulled yesterday. So he too got a $25 gift card on the audio side. What's up, Yvonne? What's up? What's up, Diane Ladybug? Girl, you still celebrating this month too, I see, girl. We got to turn up. We got to do something together this month. Jacqueline, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, I love celebrating people. I love it. I love it. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning to you. So y'all listen. We have some winners. You know, we had the winners yesterday that were live. Good morning, Deborah Johnson. And then we had the audio listeners who sent in. We had so many names. And again, we use an app. The advisor team, they use an app and all the names go in. So the reason we needed 5 minutes because they had to grab them and put them in the into the app, and then the app will draw the names. And we had it set for every 5 minutes, but they had to sometimes pause it because they had to enter more names. So again, thank you for all the birthday love. It was really a great day. So here's all of our audio listeners who won. Via YouTube, Jeffrey Payne, he won a $25 Target gift card. Ricky Jacobs won a $25 Target gift card. Teresa Crawley won a $25 Target gift card. Renee Livers, I think it's Liverston, Liverston. She won a $25 Target gift card. The mug went to Carla Beaver. And the t-shirt went to Betty Vincent. So again, congratulations to all of you. And then all of you who won live yesterday, congratulations to you as well. Shardinia, don't forget to inbox me your mailing address, or if I can bring it to the church or whatever, for your gift as well. So anyway, y'all, that's what's happening. Real quick, people are asking us about the merch. Although we say new merch, thank you, Isaiah. Although we say new merch, that's some of the new merch we have out now. When you go to that website, you see all of it. And again, our markup is only like, sometimes it's $1, depending upon size. Sometimes it's a $2 markup. Good morning, Latrice and Marion. But y'all, let me tell you about the merch. First of all, the merch helps draw people. And our goal going into September is to draw people so that we can educate them about voting. There's a lot that's going on when it comes to voting. For example, and I want y'all to hear this, those of you who are in Ohio, For example, Ohio, there is early voting has already started in Ohio for the August the 2nd, for the August the 2nd um, election. Okay, I have talked to so many people in Ohio who have no idea that there is an election on August the 2nd. So here at News in Motion, we pride ourselves on getting you this information. So the merch starts conversation. That's really what merch will do. It will start conversation. And so the conversation is, hey, who's this? What's the vote? What's happening? Then you can tell them, hey, check out News in Motion. Y'all, it's not about bringing popularity to a person. It's about getting the education out. And I know we're a little, our mindset needs to shift on that. But that's what we are about. Um, so let me just tell y'all this. Tyler Buckingham made a post, a tweet yesterday that is fitting for what I want to share. Thank you, Adrian. Good morning, Tracy Burrs. He said, so to recap the Ohio's 2022 election cycle, he said, May, that was this past May, congressional primary, they used an unconstitutional gerrymandered map. That is true. That is true. And I'll tell you why in a moment. On August the 2nd, the state house primary, they will be using an unconstitutional gerrymandered map. November, the general election, if this does not pass in the Ohio Supreme Court, they will be using a congressional and state house general unconstitutional gerrymandered map. Now, redistricting is confusing. That's why I am telling you all the time, go check out the town hall meetings. Go to a state house meeting, reps meeting, a council meeting, so that you understand what's happening. Now, the redistricting is confusing. Is a lot of confusion. So every map in Ohio, and this is what Jesse Ballmer was sharing. These are verified people, blue checks. Okay, that means they're in there grabbing the news. They're journalists and so forth, grabbing the news, bringing it back out here to all of us. So she's saying every map in Ohio is using in 2022 state house and congressional has been ruled. I want y'all to hear this, and I'm going to talk about this in a moment. Has been ruled unconstitutional by the Ohio Supreme Court's majority for violating voter-approved anti-gerrymandering language. Now, y'all, listen. I want y'all to hear this. It has not been approved. There should be more noise in Ohio. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. There should be more noise in Ohio addressing this. But why? The reason why there's not enough noise, nobody even knows. I shouldn't say nobody. Very few people. They say it's less than half know that there's an election on August the 2nd, and early voting has already started. Did y'all know that? Early voting has already started. Now, with News in Motion, we're not just about Ohio, although I'm located in Ohio, but I share this information with you. And if our News in Motion ambassadors will bring us information from other cities and states, we'll get the same information out. We want this to be a place. Valerie said she had no idea, and you in Ohio. Yes, so many people are saying they have no idea. Y'all, there is an election in Ohio on August the 2nd, and early voting has already begun. With that, and y'all can see we're not doing the intro because I got to teach today. I just have to teach today. Kenny says they don't care how low they go. They will do it to hold on to their power of control. Lutricia says, I'm on the 6th Ward Advisory Council Dream Team going to vote Sunday. And see, that's great. That is great. But again, so many people are not even aware. They're not aware. I was asking my parents, I said, if y'all turned in y'all's absentee ballot, they said, what are you talking about? I said, there's an election on August the 2nd. And I had been telling them, but they said that they didn't even register. They thought I was talking about November the 8th, although I was verbally saying to them on August the 2nd. Deborah says, I just realized that there is an election. Yes, yes, y'all, yes. Tracy Bird says, I also started seeing TV commercials. Yes, Jeffrey Allen James said, I received an application for absentee yesterday. For absentee yesterday? That's interesting. You might want to check into that because you should have received that before yesterday. Okay, so y'all, let me move into my next segment. What I want to talk about. This is my last day until September, so I'm gonna give y'all all the news I can. And y'all, just because I'm saying this is my last day, don't y'all sleep on Lexi and Isaiah. They'll be here tomorrow and all next week, and then of course we will take our break in the month of August. There'll be encore videos every now and then that we'll post up. Preparing you all to come back with us on September the 7th. We will return on September the 7th after the young people finish out next week. So y'all, here's my next point I want to share with you. Now, yesterday, 157 House Republicans voted against legislation to codify same-sex and interracial marriage. Now, again, I shared this briefly after Roe v. Wade was overturned, okay? Y'all, first it was Roe v. Wade. Next is going to be gay marriage because there's a precedent that's been set. Next will be interracial marriage, and next will be contraception. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. The writing is already on the wall. They're already having the conversation. This is what's happening. We have to, as constituents, as voters, we have to get beyond a one issue mindset. And we have to understand how one issue feeds into the next issue. And although we want to support or we want to be against something, we can't stay there. And these are some of the teachings we're going to bring when we come back in September. We cannot stay there. We have to say, okay, if this is on the docket, what precedent will this set for the next ones to come? Because they're coming. So you also have, when it comes to this whole piece here, you also have, I was trying to find it. I get into it, so I go all over the place. Where am I going? Okay, here it is. Lawmakers yesterday, after this, they moved to protect same-sex marriage. The House passed legislation that would codify same-sex marriage and interracial marriage into federal law by a vote of 267 to 157. Now, y'all, with all Democrats and 47 Republicans voting for the bill, for once that was a bipartisan vote, okay, because they got 47 from across the aisle. Now, Democrats are really rushing to put these rights in place, but they're not sure it's going to get past the Senate, okay? Now, you already have someone like Ted Cruz who has come out. He wants to run again for president. So he's already come out and he said, yes, let's overturn same-sex marriage. And he went as far as talking about contraception, and he even slipped in interracial marriage. So the conversation is already being had. This is where they're headed. Now, I want you to think for a moment. Forget about your feelings of where you stand. I want you to think for a moment. How many people in your family are within an interracial marriage? Half my nephews are in interracial marriage, and I love their wives. My family looks like the United Nations, okay? That's what my family looks like. Oh, believe me, I'm going to be writing. I'm going to be attending town hall meetings. I'm going to be raising the questions. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. I see you, Dave, your girlfriend. Y'all, she's Miss Traveler, but y'all, she's not only Miss Traveling, sidebar, and I'll come back to this in a moment. If you all do not download, support, and watch her podcast, you're missing it. And I'm going to say shame on you for missing it, but just check it out. So let me go back here. So y'all, they're coming for same-sex marriage, for contraception, and for interracial marriage. Ted Cruz is already starting his spin, his talking points on it. Josh Hawley is behind him. Ron DeSantis is putting it out there. Y'all, this is what's happening, and they can do that. Why? because a precedent was set with Roe v. Wade. And again, these are things we're going to talk more about when we return in September. And I know y'all will only see me today, and I will be back on September the 7th. But y'all, the young people will still be here tomorrow and next week. Please don't sleep on them. Please do not sleep on them. I just need to roll on out and gather myself. Y'all, we've been going hard over for a while. So, with that being said, 17 lawmakers were arrested outside the Supreme Court amid abortion rights protests. Now you have Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you had Omar, you had Presley, you had others. They were arrested for crowding or obstructing traffic, and their arrest came after 3 warnings. Now, all of that is great. I'm going to get somebody throw some stuff at me, but that's okay. All of that is great. But what happens after the protest? What are we doing? How are we educating? Y'all, I am convinced here on News in Motion, we can no longer just say our voice is our vote. It has to be deeper than that. So we can no longer say, let's gather at the State House at noon on Sunday. That's cool. That's great. But what's happening after that? What plans, what strategic visions are we putting in place that we're following through? Are we going to reach out to 10 more people? Are we going to reach out to 100 more people? What are the plans? Are we going to write legislation? Are we going to go to town halls? What's the plan? What's the plan? So you got arrested. You were on TV. What? You didn't say anything different. What are your talking points? And I'm not hating on them. I love their energy. I love what they're doing. I love how they're highlighting. I'm not hating on that at all. But what's next? People, y'all know I'm around millennials all the time. And they're asking me the questions. Okay, so now what? Well, what are y'all doing? And even my very young, that doesn't work no more, Mom, right? You know that that's not working. We need to know why. And people are raising the question about Joe Biden. And they're like, what's your stance on? I'm like, I ain't ready to tell you my thoughts. Now, I ain't happy, but I'm not ready to say where I'm going yet with it. But I see some clear paths, and I see some not so clear paths. And if we don't make a switch now, we can forget it. We can forget it. Now, I'll say this. He just needs to come and say, y'all, you know what? I think it's time for somebody else to run. I'm not going to run. And then, we can celebrate him, give him a medal. Like, here, we're going to give you 2 medals. But because we needed him, he was the only one who could beat 45. Okay? He's the only one who could beat him. And that's the truth. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, the writings on the wall, he was the only one from the slate of people that were up there that could beat him, that people would come out just because of his compassion and his length of time in public office and in the government. He could beat him. So you served your purpose. And I think you are a brilliant man. You are kind. I love your demeanor, your character. You have it. Now, if you were probably, I'll leave that alone. You're great for all that you've done. And I thank you. But I'm going to need you. Now, if he's back on the ticket and it's him and 45, the former guy, what are we going to do? I'm afraid that people will stay home. We have to think beyond what we feel. We have to think beyond the current climate. We have to think beyond these things, y'all. Okay. So I know I'm running out of time. So we have, I'm just taking all the time I need it right today. No, I'm not. So we also have the Office of Fulton County District Attorney, Fannie Willis. She the bomb.com. Y'all better recognize. Yeah. The fake electors are now targets in Georgia probe of Trump elections plot. Now, the prosecutors in Georgia told 16 Republicans who signed on a fake electors after the 2020 presidential election that they may be subject to criminal charges. So that is happening as well. You even have Senator Lindsey Graham, who's finally decided to accept his subpoena. You finally decided to accept it and show up? No, he knows. The fact that he stopped arguing about it and he's showing up, y'all know how hot it is. You know how hot it is. And let's not forget about the Secret Service who can't recover January 6 text messages for National Archives. You can't even, what happened to them? And as I asked the other day, I'll ask again today. So wait a minute, you got January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, but you don't have the 5th or the 6th, and you now have the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th? How those two disappear? Well, why can't we find those? See, y'all, I need to be in some of these rooms because I would be asking these questions. I forget being polite. No, what happened to those? You can't have the first, second, third, fourth, and the seventh, eighth, ninth, and so on, and not have the fifth or the sixth. There's something wrong with that. So we have that's happening as well. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to skip around. So I'm on fire actually today because I just think there's a lot that's going on. And speaking of fire, baby, it's hot in Europe. It is hot in Europe. Listen, y'all, they are melting. Okay, their runway, not in Heathrow, but their runway, their other airport runway, they had to stop flying planes in there. Like, we can't do this. You can't land a hot plane on this ground because it may just collapse. So that's happening. But y'all, guess what? The Queen's still working. She said, now y'all know y'all need to get used to it. She still got her people outside gardening all that stuff with that big old hat, and they passing out. It's like, come on, Queen, it's 102, 3, 4 degrees. Y'all, fans have increased. The electric fans cooled the traditional mounting troops of the House of Cavalry as they stood guard in central London. Y'all know they don't have air conditioning in many places, not whatsoever at all. So they've shortened the guard ceremony. It's like, Queen, you still having a ceremony every day, changing the guard. You know better. So they've shortened it at Buckingham Palace by 5 whole minutes. It's like, what? So that is happening. So just to make light of some of it, then you have President Biden, who's going to deliver a climate address as part of the world's a part of the world has been catching fire. He will deliver a speech today outlining strategies for tackling climate change. Now, many progressive has pushed President Biden to declare this as a national emergency. But then we have, y'all know, Senator Joe Manchin, who said he won't support it. So you have that's going on too. So that's happening. So with that, I'm going to bring in Isaiah. Nope. Yeah, I'm bringing in Isaiah. Come in, Isaiah. He's like, what? Yeah, no, what? What? So, so Isaiah, you heard some of this. So you're Gen Z E.
Uh,
What are
I'm
you?
I'm pretty sure I'm Gen Z.
Gen Z. So about voting, and I know you're registered to vote and you voted for the first time in the last election. What hearing all this, is this working for your group?
Um, I would definitely say that it's progressive for my group. You know,
Okay.
we're taking small steps, but the election's going to be here, before we know it, and it's not. We need to focus on all the elections, not just the primary election, but also um, mayoral elections and elections going on in our states.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so I
So
wish
do we need
people.
different talking points? Because when we say, hey, just go vote, y'all don't care, do you?
No, no, I mean, if I'm being honest, we really don't. If I'm really being honest, we really don't
And
care.
I want you
But
to be honest. I want you because as the viewers, we have a vast variety of a target audience as viewers. But as the
mhm,
viewers, we need to know that conversation's not working anymore.
yeah, and it's crazy because I was just talking about my to my mom about this. We, the youngest age, the youngest guy to ever be elected president was Theodore Roosevelt at, I want to say 42 or 43 years old.
Oh yeah,
And we
really.
have so many like elders or old people running for president but where's the young people? Where's the people who are gonna, I'm being honest, who's actually gonna be here a little bit longer, and not, go, kick the bucket due to natural causes. Um, like it's I'm being honest. I'm just saying. I'm being honest. But we need to, there needs to be a young person or like someone who's like around 35, someone who's like kind of like in the prime of their life running for president, so that way they can inspire some of the young people to go out and vote, to go out there, in the communities, and clean up the communities, build up a foundation, even mentor the youth sometimes in terms of schooling or mental health. Um,
Okay.
so I
I
feel like
got
we,
you.
if that definitely were to happen, if we were having to have someone like around the age of 35 run for president, that would inspire a lot of young people to go out and vote. Because I know a couple of my friends, they registered to vote, but they were like, man, we sick and tired of all these old people running for president. We need a young person. We need somebody, 35 or something like that. So
I got you. Okay, I appreciate that because this is a conversation I think we need to continue. And this is just the
absolutely,
start. So, we've already talked, but as we're going through the summer months, especially our downtime in August, to be looking at some of that because we want to come back and I'm just sharing with the viewers. We've already agreed we want to come back and hitting that pretty hard. So. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Isaiah. You got Sardinia saying thank you for being honest. I love it. I love
it need to
it.
be said. It need to be said. So
I love it. So y'all, that's just my little high horse there. Before I bring in Kenny, let me talk real quick about Axio reporting. Y'all, the trial this is hilarious, actually. Is determined to determine whether Elon Musk, Tesla SpaceX CEO, must follow through with his 44 billion to buy Twitter. And so he wanted it pushed back further. The Twitter board wanted it September. He kind of won that. It's October, but he's like he still ain't budging. He asked for an expedient type trial in October. They want to do it within 5 days. But what is interesting is now that he may be pulling out, Twitter stocks have begun to soar. So y'all, it's all a game. It's all a game. But I told y'all he didn't want to buy Twitter. I told y'all that. But he got into it and people started liking that money. And real quick, before I bring in Kenny, talking about money, TechCrunch reports that Amazon has sued administrators of more than 10,000 Facebook groups for attempting to coordinate fake reviews in exchange for free products or money. Y'all be careful what y'all doing out here. The group operator tied to recruit people in the US, UK, 4 European countries, and Japan. One of the larger examples, Amazon Product Review, tried to avoid detection by sending and covering up letters in phases used to detect activity. So Meta, Facebook, has pulled 43,000 members earlier this year. So that is happening. So be careful. If people are asking you for a review, be careful in exchange for products. Now, people do that. But it's not necessarily for review, it's for promotion and things like that. So there's a fine line there. So be careful with that. Come on in here, Kenny. Come on in here, Kenny. Come on in here. It's game over. What's that?
What's happening? How
It's all
everybody
about
doing
you.
today?
It's all about you. What you
Yep.
got for us real quick?
Oh, real quick. On Tuesday, President Joe Biden signed an executive order aimed at increasing the flow of information to families of Americans detained abroad, imposing sanctions on the criminals, the terrorists, and the government officials who are holding these people captives. This has come about. This has come about because of the administration receiving criticism from families who think that the administrator are not doing enough. This also comes about because of Brittany Griner. Something should have really been done a long time ago. Not just the executive order, they should have went and got her. Period.
Yeah.
I don't care what they say, you should have went and got her. That's the first thing. Here's the other thing behind that. Piggybacking on your election thing. President Biden, where's the executive order for voting rights? They won't daggone go out there and pass the bills that's out there already. Where's the executive order for voting rights? Come on, bruh. We voted you in. Do your job. You're not doing your job. Come on, man. in Major League Baseball. The All-Star game was last night, and the American League won 3-2, all behind G. Stanton, who crushed a 457-foot two-run homer, and then coming right behind him, uh, Byron Buxton ended the game with a 425-foot homer, giving the American League their 9th All-Star victory in a row. National League need to find some better players because they done got ran out the daggone baseball stadiums across the country for 9 straight years. I don't know what's going on. And in the NHL, the Columbus Blue Jackets signed free agent Johnny Gaudreau to a 7-year, $68 million contract. Gaudreau was the big fish that everybody in the NHL wanted, but he's here in Columbus. Welcome to Buckeye Country. That's sports. Game over. I'll see y'all in August.
No, not August. In September.
September. I'll see y'all in September. Vacation time.
It's in September. Thank you so much for all you do. And y'all, when we come back, hopefully we'll have a background back there for Kenny as well.
Yeah,
so
we need.
things
Yeah,
are
I've been
coming
thinking
in
about that.
So. What'd
I've
you
been
say?
thinking about the background.
Yep, yeah, we're gonna get that done. We're gonna get that done. Thank you so much, Kenny. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey y'all, real quick. Again, this is the last time you'll see me until September. God willing, I'll be back in September. I believe I will be back. I don't believe he'll take me out of here before then because he still has me doing some work. So I'm excited about that. And with that being said, there's a couple of things we want to share with you before I go into the inspirational message. Number one, again, the merch is important. If you want to help us by buying merch, by wearing merch, and starting the conversation so that people can tune in here to get the necessary information. I'm not saying we're the only platform that offers it, but to get the necessary information so that they can tune in or they can share with other people. We want to intentionally hit high schools starting in September, especially those who will either be 18 or turning 18 for the midterm elections. We're not telling them how to vote or who to vote. We're just giving them the education so that they're voting based upon their knowledge and understanding of the laws and things that are going on out there. We're still seeking some news and motion ambassadors all across the U.S. Where you become point people. And some of you have asked, how many hours does that include? That may be 10 hours a month. That may be less than that. But we just want to have people who are feeding us information. If there's a particular thing that's happening or that you're hearing about, so then we will do the research and make sure we report it here. Of course, giving you credit for sending it our way. It's about team effort and teamwork to do what we need to do. As I share with you today, just a few things, a breakdown and things that are happening. This is where we will target September, October into the midterm elections. Now, why is Gail taking a break? Well, we took one last year, if y'all remember, the month of October, and we really needed it. There's been so much information, especially with everything that's coming out with the January the 6th committee and all the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will have their fall opinions and dissent and arguments and rulings in October. So we're also beginning to research all of that information as well so we can bring that to you. I just need a mental break. Every now and then, this information is so vast, it's coming so quickly. We're researching so much. We gave you the numbers during the anniversary, y'all. It was over 500,000 press releases and articles that we get in. No, we don't read all of them, but we read a lot of them. And it's not just me reading them, majority me, because I'm going through checking the facts as I'm training up other people to do so. So I need this break. So y'all, I'm asking you to do me a huge favor. Tomorrow, Lexi and Isaiah will be here. The Young People Takeover continues. I want us to soar these numbers so high of live views that these young people see that the work that they're doing is not going into vain at all. And then next week, the two of them, and I think they have a few guests, they're coming on next week as well. And then we'll go into either videos. In August, some days there'll be videos and some days there will not. They will be encore videos, which means they are pre-recorded videos or news broadcasts that we've had previously. We'll just be bringing those back on. Again, thank you everyone who gave me text messages, had people ringing my doorbell, bringing me things, gift cards, cash apps, just your love, your words of encouragement. Y'all, I had the bomb birthday. Y'all, 57. Doesn't it look good on me? Yeah, it does. I had a great time. Then I got into a back and forth with AEP on Facebook. Like, did you really just take out my electricity? It's my birthday. I'm gonna need you to put that back on. And they sent me some really nice replies off on my wall and as well as in my inbox. I had people call me saying, I've called AEP, I've called them out on Facebook. They never replied to me. I said, hey, favor ain't fair. I'm not gonna be mad about it. So I'm going to go hang out with some middle school students, a whole bunch of middle school students for Columbus City Schools, and I'm excited about it. Before I go, though, I have this inspirational message. Oh, by the way, the pre-orders was supposed to start yesterday for my book, Inspire, which are all these inspirational messages over the last 2 years. And of course, I've added more information or whatever to that. Thank you, Isaiah. It was supposed to go live for pre-orders yesterday. My web designer says she's trying to get it on the web page, but the link is not working. We hope to have that fixed sometime today or tomorrow. So look for that. We will put that on the thread. Now, you're probably wondering, will we be posting in the News in Motion thread while we are away in August? Yeah, the team members. Sometimes you'll see my name, but I won't be doing it. It'll be other people who have my code to go in to do it. So look for that. The Ready publication, the magazine, will come out sometime, I believe, in September. I think September the 15th, I believe, is when it will release. The articles are coming in from some major people. I'm so excited about this publication. I can't wait for it to get into your hands. So much is happening. So I need the break. I need the break. So here's my inspirational message for you. Don't allow other people to tell you when to take a break. Yep, I said it. Make sure you are listening to your body. Again, if y'all just go over to William Stevenson, I always change that. Forgive me, Davia Williams Stevenson. If you would just go to her podcast, you get a whole lot of information that will change your life. Listen to your body, listen to your mind. Do what you need to do. Take those moments of rest. Don't let somebody else tell you when you should take a break. Your body, your time with God would be enough for you to know it's time for me to back up, to take a break and breathe. Y'all, don't go to burnout. Don't hit a wall because someone else is expecting something out of you that you don't even have the capacity to give. Don't do that. Don't do that. Listen, I want y'all to hear this. Please hear this. If you don't hear anything else from me, hear this from me. When you are going at a rate that you know that you feel your body shaking or you can't sleep at night or you're tossing and turning, your mind can't get focused, you have cloudy days and the sun is shining, you know that's a sign. Let me back up. Let me breathe, let me rest, let me put my feet up, let me read. Sometimes it's just sitting like I did on Sunday while the rain was falling for about 3 hours. The TV wasn't on, no music was on. I was just listening to the sound of rain. Speaking of that, I remember a pastor, Bishop Kenneth Paramore, who preached one time at our church, and he called it, "Do you hear the sound of rain?" And that's in the passage of scripture, and I'm going to get it wrong. I believe it's First or Second King, where he was like, go out and see if it's raining. And he said, because I hear the sound of rain. And I'm just paraphrasing. I'm not giving it to you exactly how it is in the Bible. And then all of a sudden it started raining. So we need to be able to hear the sound of rain. So on Sunday, I just sat listening to the sound of rain. My mind was just, I was just like, wasn't thinking about anything. I was enjoying the sound of rain. Y'all, when you rest, when you come out of that resting place, there is abundance. There is an abundance of rain, an abundance of vision, an abundance of so much more. And I'm expecting miracles. Y'all have no idea. I'm expecting miracles for Isaiah. I'm expecting miracles for Christina. I'm expecting miracles for Camille. I'm expecting miracles for Kenny. I'm expecting miracles for all of the team, the advisory team. I'm expecting miracles for Lexi. I'm expecting miracles for myself. I can see the vision, but I can't implement the vision if I'm still doing 9, 10, 12 hours of news research. So no, I'm taking August off. I will be, you can never really let go of news, but I'm going to pace myself. I got time of how I'm going to do things. One of my birthday gifts my daughter sent me, she's like, Mom, I sent you money to your hand and stone massage. I said, I got an account there. She's like, Mom, I set it up. I said, thank you. She said, go get a massage. I can't wait to do that in August. Other things that I'm going to be doing. But y'all, in the meantime, we have to, if you're in Ohio, there's a day to vote on August the 2nd. Don't miss that. Please don't miss that. Don't miss that. It's too late to probably, I'm sure it's too late to send in an application for absentee ballots. You're gonna have to go. Just go, get in line, whatever, vote. Please vote. Also in August, y'all start thinking about how we're going to reach these young people, how we're going to reach even older people. People are tired. They're like, why am I voting? We were promised these things and these things aren't coming to be. So we need to have strategy and conversation around that, around protest. Y'all protest, yes, but what's your strategy after it? What's the volunteer duties and things that you need for the protest? We're missing some key components. We're missing the infrastructure. If I can just be real, we're missing the infrastructure. So for me to bring this vision forward, I gotta rest. I gotta rest. So y'all, tomorrow, please tune in for Lexi and Isaiah. All next week, please tune in for them. Celebrate them, encourage them. Isaiah messed us up yesterday with the red cup. We don't know why Isaiah know anything about a solo red cup. We don't know. Latrice, Fred, I'm gonna need to ask y'all some questions. Why does my nephew know about the red cup so early? So Isaiah, come on in here before I get out of here. Come on. Yes, Dave, your rest is productive. Listen. Now, Isaiah, everybody wants to know, what do you know about the red cup?
If I'm being honest, be quiet, Misha. If I'm being honest,
He said he pleads the fifth. Y'all, he acting like Steve Bannon. I plead the fifth.
it's all 90s movies and 2000 movies. It's true. All right. It's all about it's from the 90s and in the early 2000s, especially the early 2000s, with Lil Jon and them.
Well, I love you. You and Lexi have a good time. Let's see. Jeffrey Allen James said, I think he heard the song Red Solo Cup.
I might have.
I'm gonna put this up here. John Tanya Williams said, yes, I'm actually making that decision and canceling a work training to go on a spiritual self-retreat conference, self-care. Yep, I'm doing that. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. So y'all, I'm around, but I'm about to go into this staycation fiesta. I don't know. I may even get on a plane and go somewhere. Who knows? But y'all do what y'all do. Y'all stay well. BA5 is kicking butt and taking names. Monkeypox is out here. So y'all stay well, be well, and remember, y'all, make some bold moves. I'll see you September the 7th.